Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be yet another first impressions video. It is just a blustery day outside, so I wanted to sit down and film. I'm not honestly doing anything today, so it's going to be a very light makeup day, but I figured this foundation that I wanted to try out would be perfect for this. It is the new Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. I mentioned that I picked this up as well as the new Charlotte Tilbury one in my last video, so if you haven't watched the review on the new Charlotte Tilbury foundation, I'll leave it linked in the cards above. But I am so excited to try this out as well because I've heard nothing but great things. So if you're not familiar with what this foundation claims to do, it is an advanced makeup skincare hybrid foundation with a natural finish that quickly blurs and smooths while visibly improving skin's clarity over time. So it's also a breathable, medium coverage, buildable foundation that quickly conceals visible redness, blemishes, and dark spots while blurring the look of wrinkles, pores, and texture. Powered by 70% skincare ingredients for visibly improved clarity, plus light reflecting complex for enhanced luminosity. The up to all day wear formula is suitable for most skin types, including sensitive. So I am obviously barefaced, so I'm going to apply this, and that way you guys can see what this looks like applied onto the skin, and then I'll also do a wear test. It is currently 1:03, so I am getting a little bit of a late start, but I've just had a very chilled, relaxed Saturday morning so far. But I wanted to definitely try this out and test this out because I do have a not so friendly blemish on my cheek right now, so I'm curious to see how much this will cover. But yeah, so let's just jump right into the video. I will link this down below if you are interested, and let's just play around and see what this little guy can do. Alright, so I've obviously already done my skincare and prepped my skin, so I'm going to go straight in with the foundation next. I'm not going to do a primer just because I'm just hanging around the house all day. I'm not doing anything special, so I don't need like it to last all day or that kind of thing. And I'm in the shade Patagonia is the shade I picked up. This is my self-tan shade. And I'm just going to apply this with a beauty blender today just to make it simple. So let me tuck my hair behind my ears. And if I'm looking over here, I'm looking into a mirror. So, and then it does come with a pump, which A++ because I hate when foundations don't have a pump. It just makes it a little bit harder to maneuver. But as you can see, it is very runny. So that definitely means it's probably going to be very easy to work with. So I'm just going to start applying this with my beauty blender onto my cheek area and just start working it into the skin. I feel like so far this is probably a really good shade match. It's always kind of hard to tell, but so far I feel like this is going to be a good shade match for me. I might be a little bit more fair, but yes, so I'm just going to apply this all over the face. Honestly, like first impressions, this feels so lightweight. It feels so liquidy and thin, almost like a serum base, which makes sense because it's half like, or 70% skincare, I think it said. So that definitely makes sense as to the liquid formula. And it says it's supposed to give medium coverage. So that'll be kind of interesting because typically when a formula is this lightweight, it doesn't give medium coverage. It's more of like a light coverage. So that'll be interesting to see. But so far I have half of my face done, and you guys can see how fast and how easy that was to apply. It took literally seconds to do, and I feel like it looks really good so far. So I'm gonna do the other side. Look at it, that redness just went away. Okay, I see you. But yeah, I definitely love how easy this is to blend in, because honestly I'm not one to want to sit there and fuss with my foundations and blend them in for 5 hours. I'm kind of like I need to just apply it and get out the door, so I don't want to spend forever in a day on my foundation or my makeup. And then I have a little bit left on my hand. I'm going to try to make it work. Ooh, I'm going to need a little bit of a half pump. So that first pump was a first full pump. I'm going to do like a little half pump just to finish the rest of my forehead. I might not even need that full half pump. but I just need to finish this side of my forehead. And if you're wondering why I'm not testing it out with a brush, honestly, it's just my preference when it comes to foundation and like wear. So for today, I just wanted to do the Beauty Blender just because I don't want anything heavy, because again, I'm not doing anything, so I'm just hanging around the house. But obviously a brush will definitely give you more coverage if that's what you're looking for, but that's just not the look I'm going for. But I am going to take a little bit more, and I'm going to try to kind of build up the coverage, especially on my little friend here that's just kind of hanging out and not wanting to go anywhere. He's been hanging out for like a week now, and he can definitely go bye-bye. So I'm going to continue blending this in. Alright, so first impressions of just applying it, I really liked how easy it went on and blended out. I definitely think this is a good shade match for me. It seems to match my neck pretty well. And I'm towards the end of the life of my fake tan currently. I do need to take it off and reapply it. So I did have to take it kind of far down the neck just to make sure it blended. But honestly, that blended like a dream. It definitely did build up here. I definitely feel like you could even add a little bit more, but honestly, I wouldn't typically do that. I would take like a concealer and just spot conceal that one area to build up the coverage. So if I'm being honest with you, I probably wouldn't keep applying foundation to that area, but I have no issues with separating, pilling, anything like that. Like, it is just smooth and airbrushed. So I'm going to now finish the rest of my makeup, see how well it works with other products, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back. I have the rest of my makeup done. Like I said, it's a very, very simple day today. I literally just threw on a little bit of mascara, a little bit of brow gel, and just put some concealer on. So there was honestly not a whole lot that I was going to do, but I will say, first impressions, I love this so far. It is just very even all over my face, definitely blurred and got rid of that redness that I suffer from. And although it didn't provide a lot of coverage, I feel like it's just enough for those days that you just need to slap something on, get out the door. I would definitely say it's and agree that it's more of like a light to medium coverage foundation, but the way it played with other products was just phenomenal. Like, my concealer went on very beautifully. I did use the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer, so I feel like when you're using products of the same brand, typically they play well together, and it was the case for this. I just love that concealer for my lighter makeup days, so I wanted to use it today. But honestly, so far, I love it, and I feel like it just blurred everything out a little bit and made my skin just a little bit more enhanced. So very skin-like. And I wanted to note as well, before I powdered my face, I just kind of touched it to see if it was still tacky or anything like that, like if it was something you'd have to set. And honestly, I don't think you'd have to set this foundation. It kind of set itself to like a velvety finish. So if you don't like powders, that is a huge plus. But I, of course, powdered because I powder everything. I like it to not transfer, especially because I'm wearing a white sweatshirt. But just to play on the safe side, I powdered. But yeah, so those are my thoughts so far. Obviously, I'm going to check in a little bit later. You can hear Rem. My dog's right next to me. He doesn't ever leave my side. But I will check in a couple hours, probably before I go to bed, see how well this foundation lasted. But so far, so good. I feel like it's going to be one of those foundations that I will gravitate to on my less makeup days. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Alright, you guys, I am back with my final check-in. It is now 8:59, so it's almost 9 o'clock. So I made it, you know, quite some time, 8 hours? So I know, like, I feel bad saying this, but I freaking love this foundation. And I feel bad because I just reviewed the Charlotte Tilbury foundation and I loved that foundation as well. But honestly, this one is so good. I have taken photos throughout the day and my skin looks so good in those photos. And I truly feel like it's because of the light reflecting properties of this foundation, and it just looks so natural. I obviously probably would not wear this when I'm trying to be super glammed up and wear a lot of makeup. This is definitely more for your lighter makeup days, but it stayed beautifully all day. I have been laying on my face and snuggling against my nephew and my nieces, and it has stayed put all day, and I absolutely love it. And I have no additional shine that I would powder or anything like that. And as you can see up close, yes, you can still see my pimples and my blemishes like peeking through, but honestly the rest of it looks so good. This would be like a super easy touch up, but like I said, I was laying on my face, I was snuggling up and all up in my nieces and nephews, so there's going to be foundation that comes off, you know, it's just inevitable. But overall, I absolutely love it. I feel like it definitely gives like a blurring effect to the skin, but it still makes your skin look like skin. So it is a 10 out of 10 for me. I can definitely see myself reaching for this on my more less is more makeup days. I would definitely say in comparison to the Charlotte Tilbury is more like the IT Cosmetics CC cream, where it gives you a lot more coverage, whereas this foundation is more like a tinted moisturizer in my opinion when it comes to like the texture and how it applies and how it wears. So if you're kind of going back and forth between the two, if you're looking for more coverage, I would say the Charlotte Tilbury definitely has that, whereas this one's definitely more of like a lighter weight skincare tinted moisturizer. So if that helps, but I love both equally and like for their different reasons. So yeah, those are my thoughts, and I am grateful for you watching this video. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.